Hey everyone, my name is Robin Graves, and this is the World According to Graves. It is now 7:10 a.m. Dang, I'm early today. Sorry, I want to make up for yesterday. I was not doing good yesterday at all. Um, won't get into it. But yeah, let me get something out of the way. It's you, Mike. Brothers Grimsby. It was funny. Okay, now doing research. All the research I did, I'm tossing out the window. I found something very interesting about 5 o'clock this morning. Just some really interesting things. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and do what I found interesting this morning and go into what the previous research was. Um, this is absurd. This is absolutely stupid. Uh, yeah, everybody out there who's heard of global warming, raise your hand. Thank you. The current UN report that came out Sunday night, oh my God, suggests a $240 per gallon fuel tax to fight global warming. Yeah, okay, like that's gonna fucking happen. Do you guys realize what that tax is gonna do? This tax goes to the UN, goes to all these little fringe elements who promote global warming, goes into somebody's pocket, so he can go blow it on hookers, I guess. I don't know. Somebody is looking to make a profit off this, and it's not a good thing. All right. Do you want to pay $240 tax on a gallon of gasoline? Where would you go? Where would you be able to go? Would you be able to drive to work? Would you be able to drive anywhere? Let me ask you a question. What's going to happen to prices of anything that has to be delivered to a local Walmart that you might shop at now and again? Yeah. It will destroy our economy. This is what the whole basis of this global warming thing and the Paris Accords have all been. America pays for everything. America pays more money than anybody else, while countries like China, because they're underdeveloped, and India don't have to go by any regulations for several more decades. Yeah, but they're looking at us as we're the ones causing all the problems. We have the cleanest manufacturing in the world. Yes, we do some pollution. Yes, I will admit that. I will gladly admit that. But look at the pollution happening in India. Look at the pollution happening in China. Look at the so-called underdeveloped countries and the pollution they're causing. But we're the ones to blame for it all. Yeah, I don't understand the rationale for that. I don't understand why we were the ones paying the largest part of the bill. Why we're being, they're suggesting we are taxed the hardest, etc. Anyway, let me go on with some more of this mess. Um, yeah, and a $27,000 per ton carbon tax by 2100. Yeah, that's on America. They're wanting America to pay that. Yeah, because we're the most industrialized country in the nation in the world. So we got to pay $21,000 per ton carbon tax. What happens if those prices go into effect? If they do, who pays those ultimately? We do. Now, some of you out there is like, well, I don't mind paying for that. Yeah, okay. Then pay for it. Pay my part also, since you like paying all this shit. Jesus. This is all a way to bring America down. That's it. Completely down. I mean, destroy America. Destroy our economy. Destroy. It. Let me explain to those of you out there who don't understand the economy, who don't understand anything. Let's start with I want $15 an hour as a minimum wage. Fine. Let's get that $15 an hour. I remember when the minimum wage went up from $3.35 an hour to $4.10 an hour. I remember that very well. Prices jumped because these companies had to make more money to pay you people the more money you wanted. Great. What's the minimum wage now? 7 something an hour. I remember back in 1988 when it was $3.35 an hour. I had all the money in the world, and I wasn't making anything. Now that it's 7 something an hour, those who are making minimum wage have nothing. Actual, let's say if we're here in the Atlanta area, let's go outside into the metro area. You can't rent anything for less than $700 a month, and that's a tenement. Unless you go into Section 8 housing, then you're paid to live there by the state. You'd have to pay me to live in places like that, believe me. The house next door to me just got rented. Guess what its rent is? $1,250 a month. Back in 1988, that would have been maybe $400 a month. Now you think, well, it's because of inflation. What causes inflation? More money in circulation, i.e., higher minimum wages. $15 an hour is going to make life unlivable, even for those of you making that $15 an hour. You think you're going to make more money. Let's look at the higher cost of everything just to support that $15 an hour. Yeah, it's going to get bad. It's going to get nasty. Those who have more money than you right now aren't even going to be able to afford anything. And you think you will? It's not going to work. Believe me. I've seen it. I've seen it over the past few decades. It's gotten worse and worse and more expensive because we are being paid more money. The more money in circulation, the more worthless that money is. Look at pre-World War II Germany. Before it was over with, people weren't paying 1 mark for a loaf of bread. They were paying a wheelbarrow of marks for a loaf of bread. Literally. They were making all the money in the world, but the money was worthless. The thing is that the least amount of money in circulation makes the money more valuable. Now, I do agree that things have to progress as times go along. Prices have gotten out of hand right now. Well, actually, I've seen a lot of prices go down. But it's the economy that dictates how much money is worth. And the more you are paid, the less the money is worth because there's more of it out there. Money is supply and demand. But of course, I don't expect anybody to understand simple economy. Anyway. They're talking right now. Right now, I'm in Atlanta. We're awaiting the effects of Hurricane Michael as we speak. I've been tracking this for 2 days. It's gonna look nasty. I was expecting about a Cat 1. It's now looking like it's gonna be a Cat 3 when it hits landfall. It's the good thing about this is it's moving fast, really fast, which means it's not going to cover as much ground before it dissipates. It's going to slow down massively once it makes it to the land. I live in Atlanta. Right now, all tracking but one, all computer models but one, show that it's going to be south of us. It's going to hit south of us. We're going to get a lot of rain here. We're not going to get the 80-mile-per-hour winds. In fact, the last hurricane that we were hit by, we barely got anything here. Now, a lot of you out there who remember Katrina are talking about that was the worst hurricane to ever hit the United States. It's all it's all due to global warming. Actually, to tell the truth, core samples taken in the same area that Katrina hit showed that a couple of thousand years ago, there was a hurricane that hit that was even worse. They couldn't even categorize it. It was so bad. Now, where was the global warming back then? Was there? Where were we causing global warming there? The last hurricane to hit North and South Carolina was blamed on Trump because he left the Paris Climate Accords and caused all kinds of global warming, and the hurricane was his fault. No, it was an actual hurricane due to hurricane season. This one, they're blaming on global warming. No, it's not global warming. It's called hurricane season. It happens every year. Every fucking year. I wish you guys would remember farther back than yesterday. I'm not going to get into it with you because, well, you're wrong. Just sit in your wrongness and be wrong. I don't care. Do some research. Do some friggin' research once in a while. Maybe if you quit listening to your masters at CNN and MSNBC, maybe you'll actually gain some intelligence here. Oh, golly. It's, the whole thing right now to do this, of $240 a gallon tax on gasoline. Like I said, it's just a way for somebody in the UN to get some money. That's it. It's been proven that's what the whole global warming thing was a couple of years ago. It was proven to be a scam. The data is inconclusive. They're talking about how the South Pole is melting, North Pole is freezing. It's a balance. Al Gore was talking about how bad it was going to be, by 2010. According to him, places like here in Atlanta will be underwater. Well, I don't see any water around here. In fact, we're kind of going through a drought till these rains hit. So, where's your flooding out due to the polar ice caps melting? Where's the 120 plus degree weather? So far, the heat in this country has remained a constant. It has not gone up really. I mean, I did research into the hottest recorded days. We're nowhere in this country are they even close. In fact, they were complaining about this being there was going to be a new ice age back in the 70s. They were screaming ice age. All of a sudden, it's global warming. They get caught up in global warming and say it's a scam. They change to climate change. Come on, folks. We're not stupid. Think for yourselves, please. But anyway, we're on to the next thing. We're gonna do something here. I did the hurricane bed and all of that because, well, like I said, we're awaiting Hurricane Michael here. A lot of people are in the way. It's going to affect mainly the southern coast, like around Panama Beach, Florida. That's where they're going to get the worst. All models show that. It's some changes happen. I figured it was going to hit as Cat 1 till this morning when I found out. About 5:30 this morning, I found out that the eye wall is solidifying. I imagine it's going to be a Category 3. But the thing is, that's moving very fast. So it's going to take a northeastward turn shortly after its landfall. I don't expect us really here in Atlanta to get much of it, but about 2-3 inches of rain over the next day or two. It's right now our weather's already being affected by this. This is about normal for a hurricane. But anyway, I want to talk about something here. Do you guys remember Kavanaugh and the false rape allegations? I am saying they're false. There's been no proof that they weren't. All these women running around saying, well, I believe the survivor. I believe the survivor. Fine, believe them. But don't deny somebody their due process, their day in court to prove their innocence. Just because somebody's accused of rape doesn't mean they did it. I've been studying crime statistics this morning, making notes and stuff. There is a lot of false rape claims. It's been proven by the FBI. Not just the FBI. Also, over in Europe, it's been proven. The UK has been proven. And the funny thing is, here in America, in the past 3 years, the claims have been going up. And that's frightening me a lot. Let me read you something here. In June 2011 through September 2012, I picked a state at random here and studied things. I happened to pick Texas. That was luck of the draw. Okay. In Texas, just Texas, from 2011, June 2011 to September 2018, just in Texas, there were people with illegal aliens, mainly. This is what these are. 3,303. And this is just the illegal aliens. Has sexual assault charges put on them. 2,083 has sexual offense charges. Where's Me Too on this? Where the fuck is Me Too on this? This is just illegal aliens. This isn't the ones this does not include American citizens. I should have listed those. There would have been more. Okay, where are these? Where are all these groups on these rapes and sexual assault charges? They're too busy obstructing justice. Too busy resisting Trump. Where are they? Where's all these people protesting their pussy hats and their "my vagina frightens you" signs? Where are they? My God. It's proven. This has been proven by the FBI that 10 to 20% of rape allegations are false. That's just here in America. Let me read a few others here. Jeez, wow. In Europe, it's up to 9% are false. Now, the thing is about here in America, yeah, there's a disproportionate amount that are false. And this has grown in the past 3 years. That should scare you if you're a guy. That should scare the hell right out of you. Sitting here thinking about it, I'm afraid to date anymore. If I were single, I would become so celibate. Believe me, it's frightening. I wouldn't be around women. Period. I'm glad I'm married. I'm glad I don't associate with many people now. I'm afraid some girl somewhere is going to be pissed off at me and say how I tried to fondle her and get me in all kinds of trouble, even though I was never even anywhere closer than across the room. Right now, there are women out there that are calling the police and trying to get charges put on guys for looking at them in a lewd manner. It's ridiculous. You want to believe the so-called survivor. It's been proven that all these women who have joined the Me Too movement, I want you to look up something. I want you guys to actually look up something, and I'll prove it. I can't remember the man's name. He's the host of The Talking Dead. He's actually a comedian. He lost his job on that show for a short time because his ex-girlfriend claimed all kinds of rape and assault charges. Tried to get charges on him. Went to Me Too. Me Too. I mean, they swarmed down. It was the God's honest truth. It happened. We have to believe the survivor. Turned out the allegations were false. She even admitted they were false. You know what her cause was for doing this? She wanted attention. A lot of women, and I've seen this over the years myself, I've seen a lot of women, especially teenage girls, who will go out with a guy, go on a date. They're not happy with the date. They find something wrong with the guy. He didn't part his hair the right way. He said the wrong thing that triggered them. And they decided to go to the police, press charges for rape. No proof. Their excuse is, well, I took a shower, I did this, I did that, I did the other, I felt so dirty. No proof, no physical DNA proof whatsoever. And I see these guys go to jail over this, over a false claim. I know they're false. I've heard the girl laughing about it, saying that the next guy better watch himself too, but she'll do the same thing to him. I don't believe any woman who says she's raped unless there's physical proof. If you got to wait 36 years, to claim rape, it didn't happen, as far as I'm concerned. There's this he said, she said. It's got to stop. It's hurting society so bad. Right now, guys are scared to be around girls. Males are hanging out by themselves. Females are wondering, well, where have all the guys gone? Well, where did you force them to go? Of course they're not going to be around you. They're afraid to be around you. You're causing problems that they can't deal with. A guy is accused of rape. Automatically, in society's eyes, he's guilty. It doesn't matter what proof he has to the contrary. His life is over. His life is destroyed. You women say that you have no rights. Well, it seems you got better rights than men. Because we can claim you do something, you women do something. Nobody believes it because women don't do that. Yeah. Women don't lie either. Even though crime statistics prove otherwise. Even when these women are caught, rarely are they prosecuted. And yes, it is against the law to claim rape when it didn't happen. It is very much against the law. The actual law is, let me look on my notes here, perverting the course of justice. That is the same thing as obstructing justice. It's a felony. And what you do to this guy is not only a felony, it's also actionable in civil court. You will lose your ass. And I wish more guys would do it. I wish more guys who are proven not guilty of rape could turn around and sue these women and get something out of them. Show them what it's like to lose everything for once. Yeah, I'm sounding a little sexist here. I don't care. I'm talking right now from a sense of logic here. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You want to blame men for rape, do a false allegation of men for rape. This whole thing that Christine Ford did, she should be prosecuted for. She should be criminally prosecuted for, and then sued. Yes, she caused so much harm to Kavanaugh's wife and kids, who had nothing to do with this. Had nothing to do with him, going to the Supreme Court. They were just his family. Now, I've had somebody tell me last night about this. We spoke, and his wife made the comment, "Well, they're just casualties in a war." What war? Who declared this war? Why is there a war? Nobody should have to suffer because somebody gets accused of rape. His wife and kids had, even if he had done it, they had nothing to do with it. It's gotten bad. I wish it hadn't gotten to this, but it's going to get worse. Believe me. No wonder guys aren't dating as much as they used to. We're afraid to. We're afraid of the allegations. We're afraid we're going to get blamed for something we didn't do. I really wish things would go back to the way it used to be, where if a guy rapes a girl, he gets arrested then. The woman goes to the police. That's, instead of the woman getting pissed off at the guy and deciding to make a false claim. And so far, they've gone away with it. There have been charges pressed on these women. There have been in the past. But so far, the verdicts have been pretty much either nothing or never reported. The media will not report on this. They're afraid they're going to lose viewers. That's why the media doesn't really report the truth on a lot of things. They don't dig deep on anything. It's sad. It purely is. People ask me, "Well, Robin, what's your solution for this?" I have no solution. It has gone on so far. I don't believe there ever will be a solution now. Women have gotten away with it. Women have sat back and watched guys get accused of rape when they didn't do anything, and laughed and say, "Well, he deserves it." This whole thing, all these women running around, this fringe element, running around protesting everybody here lately, yelling, "We believe the survivor. We believe the survivor." Their whole rationale is, we have to believe her because she's a woman. Why can't the guy get believed? Excuse me, I need a drink here. My voice is starting to go again. I'm not quite over what was wrong with me. Yeah, okay. But where was I? Oh, yes. I'm working on the ending here. They're always saying how they got to believe the survivor. They got to believe the woman because it's a woman. Well, in that case, why can't guys believe men because they're men? We can't do that. That's sexist. But women can do that. They can believe the woman because it's a woman and it's not sexist for them. The problem is that we're letting our emotions run wild here. We're not thinking about the situation. We're not thinking ramifications. We're not thinking cause and effect. We're letting our emotions get the best of us. And thanks to the media, burying everything, not looking deep enough, they're fostering this. They're growing over this. We're pissed off right now because Kavanaugh supposedly raped Christine Ford. We're mad because Christine Ford lied. We're mad because people are protesting, yelling stupid slogans. They're mad because we're not agreeing with them. And what's the media doing? They're fanning the flames. I'm not part of the media. I'm not going to fan the flames. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to sit here and try to play on your emotions. Not my job. Look, guys, I promised you 2 a week. You got 1 more coming this week. We'll be done. It'll be done. You'll have it by Friday at the latest. Well, probably Thursday. I'm disappearing for the weekend. We're taking off to the woods. You guys take care of yourselves. Think for yourselves while it's still legal to think for yourselves. Believe me, it'll help you a lot. Believe me. You guys take care of each other. Be good to one another. My name is Robin Graves, and this has been The World According to Graves. You guys take care of yourselves. Goodbye.